Good evening, Toastmasters. As a professional all-purpose geek in the age of the internet, one of my chief domains is domains. Now, that sounds a bit redundant, but it's true. For the non-geeks among us, let me explain. An internet domain is the part of the email address that's after the @ sign. It's also the part of a URL, the thing you type in to go to a website where you have something like https://www something and then a slash and some other stuff. That's something. That is the domain. And domains are very important. Some examples: google.com, gmail.com, easyspeak.org. That's a system that some Toastmasters clubs use. Toastmasters.org, smartcomputerink.com. That's my main domain. But there are a lot more. As of March 2024, there were 628 million different domains registered. By now, it's probably over 700 million. Each of those domains is registered to a person or a company through a registrar. There are 2,400 registrars. Plus, there are many, many more companies that act as middlemen or go-betweens between a person or a business that owns a domain, registers the domain, and the registrar that actually handles the paperwork, so to speak. But there's a big problem because domain registration is easy, but domain renewal is sometimes not so easy. Let me give you a comparison. Domain is like an internet address. So let's compare it to your home address where you live or your phone number where you call people. People can call you. So your home address, wherever you live, it is where you live. Maybe you buy it and you pay a mortgage. Maybe you own it outright. Maybe you pay rent. Maybe you're just staying with a friend or a relative for a while. But wherever it is, people can send you mail and will get to you. And if you leave, even if it's all of a sudden, you could put in a forwarding order and the mail will follow you wherever you go. Let's take your phone number or your phone as a different example. There, you pay a bill every month, and if you don't pay the bill, your phone number won't work anymore. But then all you have to do is call up the phone company on another phone, or maybe go to their website, or go to a phone store like Verizon, or and you can pay by credit card or by check or even by cash and take care of it right away. And it doesn't matter if you don't have magic passwords or special website information, you can get it done. But with a domain registration, if it expires, you have a bit of a problem. Typically, somebody only finds out that it didn't renew because all of a sudden their website or their email doesn't work anymore. And in a panic, they go to the site of the registrar or the other company that works with the registrar, and they find out they don't remember the password. So they click reset password, and they find out that they need to put in their email address. And that doesn't work because their domain that controls that email address doesn't work anymore. It's a bit of a catch-22. So what do you do? Well, first of all, why does this happen? Well, it can happen because people registered years ago and the credit card that was on file automatically renewing things expired. Or it could be because the person who handled it every year was an employee who was fired or retired. Or perhaps it was a relative, maybe the next generation. They helped out in the business for a while. They took care of the domains and the emails and the websites, and then they went off to travel around the world, and they're not checking their company email to find out, oh, we have to renew the domain this week. All these things can happen, and all of them have the result of the panic call. And I've gotten quite a few of these over the years, including some in the last few weeks. My email's not working. Okay, I look and search. Oh, your domain has expired. Oh, what's that? Or I thought that all just happens automatically. Well, no, it doesn't. And sometimes we can fix it up right away, but sometimes getting the registrar to accept the payment without being able to log into the system that you can't do without your email address, it becomes a whole big mess. So this is one of the things that I do and my evil twin, a smart computer company that we take care of for our customers. So my proposal is for a two-step solution to this. Number one, which I really have to start on right away, is to keep better track of any time something like this happens. Now, with most of our longtime customers, It never happens because we manage it all for them. But some of the newer customers have domains that they registered through some other company years ago, and we haven't been asked to take care of it. Well, we need to be a little more proactive and start to take care of it in advance. So when it happens, if it happens, and it has happened, we need to go ahead and take care of it and manage it, deal with the problems, and then set up a reminder so that in a few months we can go ahead and move the registration from some company that's hard to deal with to a company that we work with that's very easy to deal with and that makes sure that we're reminded and we make sure that the renewal gets done even if the customer doesn't do anything. The second step is that I have to set up a system as I had years ago. This folder I found when cleaning through 37 years of junk that had information about registration information for domains for our customers. We stopped doing this because most of our customers are in one system online that we take care of very easily. We need to revisit this and take care of this for the next round of customers where they bring in registrations and domains from other companies to go ahead and manage it for them because as geeks, we know how to do this and take care of this. Our customers are in other businesses. They're selling things, they're doing things. Domain registration isn't their thing. So in order to make sure that they don't have problems and that they don't have to mess around and play around with domains in the domain game that the registrars like to play, we will go ahead. My proposal is that we, Smart Computer, will manage that better in a way that we know when everything is due, make sure that it's taken care of, and as we get new customers, make sure that this does not happen to them. And that is how we will win the domain game.